Hey friends, Susan here with Busy with the Cricky. Wow, I have had so many crazy computer issues over the last 12 hours. It's just like not even funny. Last night, as I started this video, I had issues. And then I had Susan issues. I was being just, kind of crazy. So then tonight, when I tried to get on, my computer needed to be restarted after having a gazillion, literally a gazillion updates. And then it didn't want to accept my stream key, which I'm sure you don't care what that is. So tonight, finally, we are going to make this cute little box, which features Pacific Point cardstock and Berry Blessings stamp set, which is this, and the Berry Blessings paper that matches its designer series paper. You can find them both in the Sale-a-bration catalog, and they are back here. This is a $100 item. In other words, if you spend $100 in Stampin' Up products, you can purchase this bundle for free. This one would cost you absolutely nothing. You can select this number as your Sale-a-bration item. You'll get all of this gorgeous paper, plus this really cute stamp set. Okay, so enough said. And ignore my map here, or mat. I actually made a Valentine earlier and was stamping this. So this is what we're going to do. What you require to do this, to begin with, are 2 pieces of cardstock. Pacific Point, and I just used a nice white cardstock, and I could score it with my trimmer, but instead I'm going to use my Stampin' Up scorer here because I'm thinking it'll help. I don't know if it will. Alright, I had a little cheat sheet here somewhere, sort of taped down to the corner. So on this, on the long side, I need to turn this around because I think it's going to go better if I pull down instead of go up. So I need to score at 3 inches and at 7 inches. Let's just make sure I did that. Okay, 3 and 7. And then I turn this and I score at 3 inches and at 5 inches. And last night, it was shortly after this that I panicked and thought I messed up, when in fact I did not. I did not create this box. Someone in the UK did, and I saw her working on it and thought, oh, I love that. Okay, the white piece, I don't know if I said this Pacific Point is 8 by 10, and then you score at 3 and at 7, and then on the short side at 3 at 5. This white piece is 8 by 6, and you score on all sides at 2 inches. Now, I want to build a little buffer here right against the edge, and I'm having trouble getting it to go right against the edge. If I make my space between the edge and the cardstock too great, my lid will be loose. If I don't make it enough, my lid will be very tight. So I'm trying for just the right distance, and we'll see how I did later. Okay, and 2, and should have to do one more at 2. Okay, let's hope I did these right. Now I'm going to put this guy away, and my little piece of paper away. Okay, so the first thing we do is we get out our missing bone folder and we score all of the pieces. Oh, hey, I can see that you're watching. Thanks, guys. Hi, Linda. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Kira. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to do the lid after I do the base. Oh, I didn't tell you the other thing that happened to my computer. So I'm trying to get on tonight, and yada, 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 and I had to restart and all that stuff. Then my mouse broke, and I hate using the touchpad. So after I struggled with the touchpad, I just went and swiped my husband's mouse and, hooked it into my computer. So I guess I'll be mouse shopping this weekend because I really hate the touchpad. It really shows my old ladiness, doesn't it? Okay, and there we go. So then what we do is we get out scissors, and we want to cut on these scored lines, and then we want to cut out like a little wedge, and that will make it so we have really nice 90-degree angles later on the sides of our box, or at least in theory we will. And so we do that on all of these. And then we just cut a wedge off the end. It isn't very straight, it isn't very pretty, but that works. And then just because these are so long, I'm going to cut maybe, an inch off the sides. I hope the light's better tonight. You guys will have to let me know. I repositioned my ring lights. Okay, and we cut the wedge. Okay, I have a funny to tell you. My grandchildren were here today, 2 of them, and Avalie she is the oldest, and she is now 6, but she's also addicted to cats, which is a really good thing living at their house. But she just thinks kitties are so sweet, so she has these stuffed cats that she speaks for in meow terms. So she came to see me and she said, I really need ribbon because they really need pretty collars. So she had never looked at the back of the door in my scrap room. You guys, I have a ribbon hang-up holder thing that is just massive with ribbon hanging down. And she felt like, oh my gosh, I am in ribbon heaven. So after she, selected, I don't know why this is sliding on me. I can just stop that right now. After she selected a bunch of ribbon, she was just so happy. She had to call her brother. You've got to see all the ribbon that Grandma's got. It was pretty amusing. All right, I'm using tear and tape. And what I'm going to do, checking to make sure you can see that, is I'm going to put these on the sides right here. And I'm going to try not to mess it up too bad. And I'm actually doing them right next to the seam, or, the score. And there is a reason for that. Okay, and I'm going to do the other side. And again, putting this on the flap, right next to where it's scored, and I just got the paper on the mat. Okay, whatever. Okay. All right. Gonna kind of rub those in and get it off that one little part there, and see if I can get this off. And I guess I'll just go over here and grab a pick tool and try and get it up this way. There we go. And everybody say, yay, pick tool. There's that paper I pulled up. How amusing is that? Whatever. And we're going to go down here and rub that down and poke it. No. And there it comes. I'm going to put that back inside. And last is going to be this guy. And again, I'm going to put that little bit back over. So what I want to do is line this up so I get some really nice corners, and the adhesive then sticks right there. I had this last night too. I had this one little piece that hangs over. Clearly I am scoring one part on the wrong little line. Ah well. I don't know, everything else is lining up pretty well, so I think I'm just going to ignore that. Now, that's the bottom of the box. Pretty cute, huh? Now we do many of the same things to this. We cut, we wedge on all 4 little flaps. These are so short. See, I don't know if you can see this, but inside these guys would have overlapped had I not cut them shorter. I don't know if you can see that. Please tell me my video didn't just stop. Yes, it did. I don't know why. I'm going to keep going, and oh yay, I think I'm back. All right. It seems to be sticking for a moment, going black, and then coming back. So I hope that's what happens. I'm going to just keep going here and hope that it catches up. All right, last one. It'd be so bad if I cut the wedge from the wrong side, so I should pay a little more attention here. All right, so I have all I have all the wedges cut, and what I'm going to do before I fold this one is I'm going to see which side looks best. This side actually looks best because you can see the rough score there. And what I did was I cut 2 little squares at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and those go on the end. I've got some Stampin' Seal Plus here. I'm going to put these right here. And then I cut 3 pieces at 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. And those are going to go right across the top, this way. My cough is getting better, but as you can tell, it is still with me. I'm kind of losing my voice here for a second, and I might need to cough, and I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. Sorry. But the good news is I'm finally getting better. All right, this one's going to go in the middle, and I should have told you up front, you can use either side of this paper. I mean, this would have looked good either way. I just really like the boldness of the plaid side for what I'm making. Okay, and let's get this guy on here. A little more there. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the tear and tape. And we're going to add this in. And just the same way I did before. Right next to the seam, right across here. On all 4 of these little flaps, right? I keep calling it a seam. The score line. Yes, I do sew sometimes. Though I haven't recently, so I don't know why I'm saying seam. All right, so I have all 4 of those. I'm going to just burnish those a little bit with my finger. And 1, 2, 3. I love how poking that just brings it right up. Okay, same thing as before. Again, we're going to match up the corner nicely on all 4 corners. I'm trying to hold this so that you too might see it, and that one went a little tight. I hope not. Okay. And one more. Yay! Alright, now we see how this fits. Oh, and it fits much better than last night's box. But wait, there's more. To make these bands, I cut 3 strips of cardstock. From the Pacific Point, I cut one at 1.5 inches and at 1 inch. And from the white, I cut at 1 1/4 inch. I'm going to use our triple banner punch and run this in on the 1 inch line. Well, I will if it'll go. Oh, it's all the way in there. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to punch that. I'm going to punch. This one's kind of in between lines, so it's a little tougher. And then this one should fit right in there. Yay, it's all set. Okay, so push all those aside. And again, that was our triple banner punch, which is really nice. Okay, we start right here on the back, and we sort of finger score. Oh my, these are too long. This was supposed to be 7 inches. Let's see what it really is. It is really... oh yeah, that's a problem. It's really way too long. So, let me find my trimmer. And what I'm going to do is use this end because they were all the same length. And see how much I need to cut off. And I'm thinking, gosh, oh, this will help. Hang on. Let's put this white up here and see where it was. It was 7 inches, so it's the one that's correct. So I'm gonna pull this down. I must not have recut the other two, yeah, in the right length. I will tell you, I was cutting these pieces last night after my first live kind of died on me. Alright, that should be better. I'm going to try that again. I kind of do. So, as I said, we start on the back. And now I've got a funky line there. That makes me not happy, but, you know, what can I do? And it is the back. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of guesstimate the middle, about right there. And for this, I think I'm going to use glue. It'll just be easier. Alright, I'm going to... I just refilled this guy last night. While I was waiting for all those computer downloads, had to do something. So I cut the pieces for the box, and I filled up glue, and I cleaned up a few things, and you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put it on the box because I don't want this to stick down here. Okay, next we do the white. Only we start in the front, just in case I need to cut some off the back, which I probably will. This seems just a little crooked on the front, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. Either way, it's going to be done. Okay. I actually don't have a problem with that going down to the edge of the paper, but I guess I should make them all match up better. Ish. Now I've got it too short. Shh. Don't tell. Because again, it's going to be the back. Alright, I'm going to try and line it up there because those of you who know me know that it will bug me. And yeah, whatever. It's going to be a goof back there. And that's about right up front, so yay. Okay, here we go. We're going to put some glue and put a little glue and just rub that to... Oh, let's center this back over a little. Alright, last one is this guy. And yes, I just went ahead and put that on the front because I don't want to mess around like I did on that last one. All right, let me just cut this little bit off. All right, so I'm going to put some glue across here, and then we're just going to make the embellishment. Now, the one I saw on from the demonstrator in the UK, I think I didn't finger score that tight enough. The one I saw from her, this is what she did. She took her berries and she just attached them right there. And at the time, I thought that was really cute. But then again, I told you all that time I had on my hands last night after things went bad. I decided to do something a little different. And I stamped and decided to go with the cutout stitched oval. So that's what we're going to do. And I have my stamps all loaded up. And what we're using is Pear Pizzazz. And I don't want this to be super bright, so I'm going to do a little stamp off. And I'm going to stamp that on there. Now I'm going to take the fill-in piece, and all of these pieces and more come in the stamp set. And again, I'm going to stamp off, and then, forgive my head getting in the shot, I'm going to go over here and stamp the inside. Yay. Alright, so we're done with Pear Pizzazz. And then I'm going to go with the Pacific Point to match the papers. And again, I'm going to do the outline first, and these go a specific way because we have the little stems here. So I'm going to try and do this. Put the little stems right there. Cute. And stamp off a little because I want the outsides to have the most color. I hope that lined up. Good enough. Not great, but good enough. And put that away. So I'm going to quickly grab out what I call the baby, the miniature cutter. Look how dinky this guy is. He's so cute. Okay. And absolutely perfect for things like this that are just, you know, quick. Well, that's not cool. It just left my page right in the middle of, I was watching my own video and it went away. Okay, so I need to find my oval. I left it out. And I'm also going to cut this off because it'll help me decide where I want to line this up. How I want this to look going across there. And I'm going to do it a little off center because when it's going across I want the fruit to be on. Okay, so then I put the number 2 on top of the other number 2 and just, and my paper sliding. Okay. Let me close this little guy up. Put him back in his little container down there. Oh, this is going to be cute. Check this out. Okay, so there's one or two things we could do here. I could do it this way. I could do it this way, but I kind of like it right across here. And then if I decide to add like a to from little thing, it can hang down right in the middle. And I like that. So, oh, check out my well-loved dimensionals. The last little one. Okay. Three. And crazy number 4. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to put that right on top of there. And that's all there is to this fun little box. And really, you could do this with any stamp set and any of your favorite designer series papers. I'm going to do it this way so you can see both angles. I really like this a lot, and it's been really fun. I'm going to remind you that today is the 12th, and that Sale-a-bration ends at the end of the month, so you just have a little over 2 weeks to get what you want. As a reminder, everything in the catalog, in the annual and in the January to June catalog counts towards your Sale-a-bration purchases. It doesn't have to all come from the mini catalog. It can come from the annual and the mini combined, or just the annual. Every $50 you spend, you get to select one of the $50 items. Every $100 you spend, you can either take two $50 items, which are all super nice, or you can get Touch of Ink, which is a very nice stamp set. Or with $100, you can get this whole set. With $150 in purchases, you can take one of the $100 items and one of the 50, or you can take 3 of the 50s. You can mix that up any way you want to. It's whatever works best for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this evening's little box, and I'm going to put my host code for the month on the screen, and if you decide to get something and do not go over $150, please use my host code. However, if your purchases go to $150 or beyond, do not use my host code. You will be your own hostess, and you will get hostess credit. So that's it for tonight. I really appreciate you dropping by and spending some time with me. Thanks.